Hello, this is Essie, the rich woman. Um, Today is, well, this morning. It's Monday, July the 15th, around 2:30 a.m. And Sunday, before I got ready to go to work, I was laying in my car and I asked Joshua to give me a name for my YouTube channel. I told him I want to change the name and I want him to tell me a name, a good name, something that people can remember. And right after I said that, you know what popped in my head? Essie, the rich woman. And I said, I like it. Yeah, because I'm rich in spirit, and one day I would be rich in other ways. So I thought that was a perfect name. So Joshua came up with that name, Essie the rich woman. So I went on and changed it. I like it. Actually like it better than Essie the homeless woman. Yeah. So, um, so you guys, if you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe, and then hit that post notification bell. So when you subscribe, you will see a bell, a little bell, and then you touch the little bell, and then you hit all, and then the bell will light up. So you can get all my notification of all my videos. Um, so I oh, another thing, I had did some videos about a year ago on the topic of jealousy, but it was more how people use manipulation with jealousy. So people are jealous of you, but they do it in manipulating ways, but they're really jealous of you. So if you put in the search, put 12 years living in my car, or 12 years in my car, jealousy uses manipulation, part 1, part 2, and part 3. So you put 12 years living in my car, jealousy uses manipulation, part 1. So the first one to come up, and then you put the same thing in there again when you watch that video, but put part 2. And you know they might come up after you put part 1. They might come up at the bottom, I don't know. But those are some good videos, and I went more in depth of how people is jealous of you, but they used manipulation to get over on you. So one lady was saying she saw a short, and I was explaining how people, women, they would stare at other women, and what they really doing is sizing you up. That's what they're doing. They plotting in their heart to do evil to you because they're jealous of you. So they plotting in their heart to do evil to you. So they staring at you and trying to get a feel of you, basically sizing you up, trying to see if you're a nice person, if you're a pushover, if you're someone that's going to put them in their place. So if they feel that you're a person that's going to put them in their place, then they're going to abort their mission. Abort. They're not going to mess with you. But if they see that you're a nice person, that you might be a little pushover, then they're going to go through what they plan. So I explained that in those videos, part 1, part 2. I think it was part 3 where I talked about that. But yeah, so one thing that you can do while I'm on the subject of talking about it is send them negative energy. Send them negative energy. You know, as a woman, we know how to do that. You know, you ain't got to get up in nobody's face. You ain't got to be ghetto, rude, loud, whatever. You ain't got to do that. But your energy can be like, you bet not try it. You know what I'm saying? I did that one time after I went through it. I saw this woman watching me, and she had watched the lady I told you guys that took me out to eat. I saw her watching me, so that's how I knew that she was sizing me up. So she got me. But so later on down the line, I saw another woman watching me. All Starbucks employees, I tell you, Starbucks owed me a check, okay, for harassment. But later on down the line, I saw another Starbucks employee watching me, so I already knew from the first one. I said, okay, she's trying to size me up. So I gave her the most negative energy I could give her, and she didn't try anything with me, nothing. So that's what you need to do. If you see a woman staring at you, most likely she's sizing you up. You can kind of feel the energy, you know, whether their intentions are good or bad. But anyway, this video is about, trying to see how long I've been talking. This video is about single women. Okay, we got single women, we got women with kids, and we got married women with kids, right? So this is something I have experienced in my life, and other single women have experienced the same thing, because they said it in the comment section of reasons why women are jealous of you in that video. So they said it in the comment section that when you're a single woman with no kids, people with kids befriend you, and women with kids befriend you when you are a single woman with no kids, and they borrow money from you. And they would do it even if they're married. If they got a man and they got two incomes coming into the house, they will borrow money from you, the single woman with no kids. They will ask you to do favors for them. They want you to be the godmother of their kids or a child. And that's just because they want you to spend money on them. And they will call you auntie. This is your auntie, you know. So this is what a lot of, I'm not going to say a lot of, but some women with kids do. They befriend women with no kids, so you can do favors for them, so you can loan them money when they need money. Now, I was friends with a woman, married woman with kids, and she was married, and they both was working. They both had income. So all of us worked at the same company. So we were all making the same thing hourly. Okay, so this was before I became homeless. I was living by myself. I had my own apartment, car note, you know, bills. And her and her husband, they had an apartment, and they had two kids. One was older, you know, like teenage older, and the other one was very young, maybe 5, somewhere around there. So this woman, I don't even know how we became friends. I can't even remember, really, to be honest with you. But we became friends, and she started borrowing money from me. And so I learned her the money, and she paid me back. And so when Christmas time came up, she wanted to use my Macy's credit card to buy her oldest daughter some things for Christmas. I think she put like 500 on there. I wasn't a big Macy's shopper anyway. I think I bought perfume and stuff like that. But so she paid me back over time. I think every time we got our check, she would give me $100. And when I did leave that company, she owed me money, and we had gotten into a big argument. It was mostly her, because I don't like to argue, and I don't like to be on the phone having a screaming match. I would hang up, or at first I would say, calm down, let's talk about this in a rational manner, because if I'm screaming and she's screaming, we can't hear each other. So I always try to say, calm down, and let's talk about this in a rational manner. And so I told her, just give the money to a co-worker that we both knew. And she, boy, when I said that, she just really went off. You telling him our business? You telling him I owe you money and all this stuff? I said, after I got her to calm down again, I said, I haven't told him anything. He doesn't know that you owe me money. I'm telling you to give it to him because I was going to tell him to give the money to me, but I haven't told him anything. He was a person that I trust, and she knew him as well, but I haven't told him anything yet. So that was another argument. But when I left the company that I worked for, I got my retirement, and I got my pension, sick time. And so while we were talking on the phone, now she already owed me money. When we were talking on the phone, she said, she brought up that she wanted to buy a car for her oldest daughter, that she found the bug. I can't remember exactly how much she said the bug was, so I'm not finna say. But I knew exactly what she was going with this conversation about this bug, because she knew I had got this money. So she's talking about, yeah, I go through my money, I go through my husband's money, and I'm thinking to myself, and you not finna go through mine. So when I left this company, I did not have another job lined up. Eventually, I did become homeless. But I didn't have another job lined up, and she knew my situation. And so I'm thinking to myself, why would she ask me for money? Yeah, I got this lump sum money, but I don't have another job lined up. Why would she ask me for put it like this. She didn't ask. She never asked. But you know how you talk to someone in such a way that you're like insinuating it. So she never actually came out and asked me for this lump sum money to buy her daughter the car, but she was insinuating it, that she saw this car, and she don't have the money to get the car for her daughter, and talking about how she go through her money, her husband money, and basically says it's a shame that she don't have the money to get the daughter the car. So I knew that she wanted me to offer the money. And so I was not about to do that. Not in my situation, I was not about to do that. I didn't have a job lined up to be offering her my money, from my retirement. So I just listened to her, and I thought in my head, you're not going to run through my money, So I thought that was very selfish, very inconsiderate, knowing that my situation, and knowing that I didn't have another job lined up, knowing that you already owe me money, and now you asking me for another lump sum of money. So this is a married woman, and her husband works. So I didn't offer her the money. I wasn't. So She paid me back that money that she owed from me. Okay, now fast forward. Now I'm homeless. So, and I haven't talked to her because I cut off a lot of people, including my family. And I felt like I was always there for a lot of people, but when times got hard for me, nobody was there except one person. One person. And I did come to the city that he lived in. He passed away now. Passed away in 2019. And so now I'm in this city and he's not here. But he was the only one that was helping me. So, okay, fast forward, and now I'm homeless. A guy that I met at Starbucks, he set up me a Facebook page and he put my number on there. And the number that I had was a number that I met this Asian guy, and one day when I was going into the grocery store, I had a lot of bags. And he noticed the bags, and he knew that, I guess from the bags, that I was homeless. But he had an extra phone, so he gave it to me to use. And so that's how I had a phone, because I when I became homeless, my phones went dead. I didn't have no money to pay no phone bill. So he gave me this extra phone he had, and it was a Las Vegas area code to that phone. So when I met the man in Starbucks, he set up me a Facebook page, and he put that number onto the Facebook page. I think he was really I think he wanted my family to find me, because he knew I wasn't talking to my family. So that's why I think he put that number on there. So what happened was, the woman that was married, that borrowed money from me, she went on Facebook and found me and called me through that number. And the reason why she called me, well, I told her, well, I'll tell you the reason why she called. The reason why she called is because she saw the Las Vegas area code. That woman, husband, have family that live in Las Vegas. So she thought that if I have a Las Vegas area code, I must live in Las Vegas. So while her husband is visiting his family, she can come to my home and hang out with me, right? That's using me, right? So when she said that to me, I told her the truth. I said, no, I don't live in Las Vegas. I am homeless, living in my car in another city. So she said, oh, I can't remember all that she said. Anyway, we talked a little more on the phone, and we got off the phone. I think I called her another time, but she never picked up. She never returned my call. And so I said to myself, the only reason she called me was to use me some more. When people use you, okay, so when a woman with kids, when she befriends you, a single woman with no kids, and she's borrowing money from you, and she asking for favors from you, or she's even insinuating, hoping that you will offer, that woman is never going to be there for you when you need help or when you need a favor. She's not going to be there for you, because the reason you're there is for her to get favors from you. You being a single woman with no kids, you have extra money to loan her when she needs it. You can be the godmother to her kids or one of her kids, so you can buy gifts and do things for that child. Take that child maybe to amusement parks and on vacation. I had one subscriber tell me that a lady she know wanted her to take her daughter I think she said France, on a trip to France on her expense. So this is what, I'm not going to say all of them, because I don't want, I know I'm probably going to have some women getting mad at me in the comment section, but I'm not going to say all women with kids do this, but some of them do. And when I look back on that situation, I said, I was so stupid. I was so stupid. Their income was double my income, but yet she's borrowing from me. I felt like I shouldn't have never loaned her money. Never. First of all, if you husband and wife, they got two incomes, and that says that one of them is not managing the money right. One of them is overspending. It's either her or him. In my case, with my so-called friend, it was her, because she admitted it when she said that she run through her money and his too. And if I had let her, she would have ran through mine too. So this is something to look out for. I had several offers to be a godmother to people's kids. And I know that if you're a single woman with no kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They will be the first ones to snatch you up, to be their godmother of their child, to be the child's auntie, so they can get favors and things from you. When you're a godmother, you are supposed to, if something ever happened to the parents, you're supposed to take that child in. That's the role of a godmother. It's not to be buying gifts and taking the child on trips and doing all that stuff. It is to be responsible for that child if something happened to the parents. If the parents get sick, you step in and help. If the parents pass away, you take that child in. But some mothers are abusing that, and they seeing it as a way to get a single mother get a single woman with no kids, or maybe even a married woman with no kids, to buy their child things and loan them money and be, I guess that, I don't know the right word to say, but a financial support when they need it. So that's something to look out for, married single women with no kids. Look out for that. And I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. But you do what you want with your money, single women with no kids, but I would suggest that you don't loan married women money. And with both of the people working. And if he ain't working, then he should be working. So I would suggest that you don't loan them money, because that's the only reason you're there. And when you need something, when you need any type of help, they're not going to be there for you. Usually when a person is giving to another person, it's only going to go that way. It's never going to go back the other way where that person started giving and helping you. So when you give to someone, they're so used to taking from you that when it's time for them to give you, they feel like they're being used. They feel like they're not, this is out of order. This ain't how it's supposed to be. I'm not supposed to give you. You supposed to give me. It's a one way to me, not the other way. Something ain't right here. And that's how it is when you are constantly giving someone else. When you need help, they're not going to be there to help you because it's out of order. That ain't how it's supposed to go. You only supposed to help them. So you can be helping somebody for 5 years. You constantly helping, constantly giving, constantly doing favors for them. And the minute that you fall on hard time and you want a favor from them, like, oh, wait a minute, this ain't how it's supposed to be. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure some of you been through it because I know I've been through it. Anyway, I'm going to have to end this video because, it only lets me charge 26 minutes and some seconds. So, I hope somebody got something from this video. Well, the single women with no kids. I hope y'all got something from this video because when I look back on that, I felt so stupid. I was like, why did I do that? Why? Anyway, I will talk to you guys in another video. I'm going to be going to sleep soon. All right. Bye.